Time for some more plugins, and today I'm looking at this. Now, this is the Cobra Fuzz by Safari Pedals. Basically, a take on an original 60s Fender Blender fuzz with a few added features and added benefits. Yeah, so timestamps for everything below. I'm going to check it out with a few different guitars. Also, just want to mention right from the start, this is provided by Safari Pedals. They're not paying me for this video. They just gave me a copy of the software. So yeah, all the opinions are still my opinions, not their opinions. So yeah, but it's a sponsored video. Okay, so let's check out a few different guitars. And to begin with, the setup. So I'm going to start off, anyway, I'm going to start off with this guitar, which is a rather lovely Fender Aerodyne Special Telecaster. There's a full video for it up here. Now that goes via my Pedals and Strobe Stomp HC tuner, which is always on my desk, straight into the front of my Audient ID44 interface, and then straight into Logic. Now I'm using this Genome Molly amp. With these, with a 4x10 and a 4x12 cabinet, a little bit of compression and a little bit of reverb as my amplifier. You can watch a full video on the Molly, well, not the Molly amp, but the whole Genome thing with the Molly amp up there. So that's going to be my amplifier. The fuzz is in front of it running into that. Also, and I'm going to link to it in the description below as well, I did a video a little while ago on interfaces and all the different terms. You've got mic level, line level, instrument level, you've got DI, all that sort of stuff, impedance issues. I linked it in the description and also linked it up here. If you're kind of a little bit confused maybe about all the terminology used, it may help you and to achieve maybe better sounds as well when you're recording with amp sims. Now, this is what the amp, so this is the Molly amp. Let's turn this off. This is the Molly amp with those two cabinets, a little bit of compression and a little bit of reverb. This is what it sounds like on the Tele bridge pickup. So I wanted a little bit of gain, a little bit of drive, because I think fuzzes often sound better into slightly gainy amps. Okay, so let's check out the fuzz. Let's check out the layout. So first, the main thing is you've got the three controls up the top here. In the middle, you've got a four-way stepped gain control, basically giving you different gain ranges. You also have a sustain control, and the sustain is kind of the saturation within the gain. So they kind of work together. So you turn a gain up, and then you can also turn the saturation up, but you can also bring the saturation of the gain down. Output trim is just basically a volume. You also have a pre-boost, which gives you 20 dB of boost going into the fuzz. You've got an oversampling control. Basically what that does, it gives you higher fidelity if you want higher fidelity. If you like maybe slightly lower fidelity sounds with the fuzz, stick to the oversampling down, which is off. You also have a tone control, a blend control, so all the way up is all wet, all the way down is all dry, and you've got a width control, which gives you slightly more of a stereo image as you turn it up. It just sort of widens the sound. Also depending on what you're running into. So if you this, for example, it's set to stereo in, so it gives you a. It can do it if you're running into a mono signal. If you're running it into an amplifier, you can't really. It doesn't really do that because it's a mono signal. Okay, and then up here you've got presets. So it's currently set to default, and we're going to start on default, but there's a bunch of presets here which we might look at as well. But let's just quickly have a look at what it does. So this is, again, the clean sound, or slightly overdriven clean sound of the Molly amp. So let's turn it on. So there's a little sizzle there. So just hit the pre-boost, for example. So that's with the sustain and gain all the way down and just a pre-boost. Let's check it now with the sustain down. Let's check out the 4 different gain settings. So it gives you 4 different sort of flavors of the fuzz. So with the tone control now, you can make it more kind of angrier sounding. Or a bit rounder, more subdued. Now if I hit that, for example, with a pre-boost, sort of tames that high-end sizzle, the tone control. I quite like it actually down a bit. It sort of rounds everything up a little bit. Let's just quickly check out the width control. To me, it's quite a subtle thing. Same with the oversampling. Very subtle, but just use your ears, see which one you like better. And then you've got blend. So blend, if you go all the way down, it's all... So if you have a slightly driven sound, you can sort of blend the fuzzing. Let's just stay all the way up. Now, okay, let's go turn all that off. Leave the tone somewhere there. Now let's check out the sustain control. So it sort of fattens the sound up. It saturates it. It's almost like when you're using a preamp on a console or something like that, and you turn it up, and it just sort of gives you that fatter, more saturated sound without really necessarily being more distorted. It just saturates it. And through that saturation gives you more sustain, or it seems like you got more sustain. There you can probably hear it the most. I quite like that one, that setting. I mean, if you turn it off, it just adds that sizzle, that fuzzy sizzle on top. Let's crank it. And then if you want to tame that kind of sizzly... Sounds really cool. Let's try humbuckers. Alright, so this is my made in Japan Fender Modern Jazzmaster. You can watch a kind of a video on it up here. Now that, with the humbuckers, without the Cobra Fuzz, sounds like this. So the same setting as before, everything on full Cobra Fuzz. That sounds pretty cool. Let's check out with the humbuckers quickly. Let's check out a few. A snake bit my guitar buzz. So again, this gives you that fuzzy edge on top. Blend control down. Let's try it a few more. Cobra Destruction. Okay, so this has got the output trim all the way up as well. You got to be cool. We're not hitting that too hard. You got to be careful with other plugins, so you're not hitting them too hard. Pretty destruction wise. Bring life to my guitar. Blend is almost all the way down. Maybe just a little bit of that again at top end, just that sort of sizzly top end. What about Dark Horse? Does add a nice sound to it. Let's go to an electric guitar up fuzz. With the blend down, you only hear a little bit of it. You get some interesting sounds of it. E-guitar bus driver. I mean, it's not on a guitar bus, but you could stick it there. Cars, guitars, hot. I think it's great. It's even just sort of distortions out. Fuzz on fuzz, sugar and cream. I reckon this sort of stuff, if you're going to, okay, let's turn this off for a second. If you're going to, for example, channel 2, you go into a more driven amp, and then you add that on top of it. got the blend down, it just adds that sizzle on top. Let's go back to channel 1. Let's try a couple more presets. Oh, well, it's an insert thing. Fuzz bass. Fuzzy dirt for random stuff. I like it. Let's do one or two more. Guitar power fuzz. Actually, let's check out guitar power fuzz with a low-tuned guitar. So this is Halberd, my low-tuned guitar made. This is a beautiful, beautiful walnut body made by Parts Caster Concierge. An aluminium neck by Robot Graves, also the third or THRD tunable harmonic resonant device tailpiece, also by Robot Graves, which means you can tune the strings behind the bridge. And then two pickups, pretty much mostly going to be using this one by Mr. Glynn's pickups. This is the Drag, and there's a full video for it here, his Doom pickup. And this guitar is tuned to C standard tuning, and without the Cobra Fuzz, just the amp, it sounds like this. So with that guitar power fuzz preset, it sounds like this. Heavy fuzz guitar. I reckon we need to go to channel 2 again. So this is the sound without it. Little bit of ping pong delay in the end as well, and turn the reverb up a bit. I mean, that's a big sound. That's a massive sound. I really like this. This is a good sounding fuzz sound to stick onto your guitars. I mean, you can even stick them onto, like they're doing, and if you want to see actually another video with that, let me know in the comments below, onto already pre-recorded guitars, onto a guitar bus or something like that, which gives you a whole different character, you know, when you put it after the amplifier. But I think, especially if you're using plugins and amp sims, plugin amp sims, this sounds killer. I really, really like this fuzz. Make sure to check out the Cobra Fuzz. Links to everything below. Big thank you to Safari Pedals for sending this out to me. Yeah, and I'm going to put up a playlist of all the Safari Pedal stuff at the end, so make sure to check it. Yeah, and if there's anything in particular you want me to do with this or any Safari Pedals plugin, let me know. They pretty much give me access to whatever I want, which is awesome. Big thank you to Noam and everyone at Safari Pedals. And yeah, big thank you to all you people for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that sort of stuff. Yada, 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 yada. And playlist is now here, and you should watch it, and see you in the next one. Bye.